Okay, this isn't the greatest position, but hear me out. I'm going to try to give y'all an update, and I'm going to try to do it as best as possible, short as possible. Morgan had bank heart shoulder repair, okay, on Wednesday this past week, June 28th. 3 weeks before the shoulder repair, her left arm popped out of place for probably the 4th or 5th time in her life playing basketball. Normally, the trainer, or if we do go to ER, someone can just pop that shoulder right back into place, go on, nothing different, everything's fine. This time, it didn't go back in right. It was uncomfortable, so we went and to the ortho care. They did an MRI, put her in a saline, I'm pretty sure. No, didn't put her in a saline. Yeah, for a couple days. Did an MRI, and then 5-6 days later, we were scheduled with an ortho shoulder specialist. Sorry about the sirens. Ortho shoulder specialist. Okay, so Morgan has changed schools right before her senior year starts. It's something she wanted to do. It's a lot of, I'm not going to go into all the whys behind that, but just know her ultimate goal is to get a full scholarship to play basketball. She could probably get some scholarships with her academics because she's like top 10 in her class, but she is my only child that was studious and loved learning and wanted to go on to college. So this is a big goal of hers. I am middle class American, which is kind of going away, maybe even lower middle class. I don't know, y'all, at this point, but I couldn't afford, this is my last child to leave the nest. She's 17, she'll be 18 in October, and so everything I could do to accommodate that goal and help her as much as I can, we did. We transferred schools, and she was playing during a summer league, and a university women's coach was coming to watch her play. He had seen her tapes, he was interested, he was going to need a post player in about a year when she'll be graduating. So after, the shoulder, did the MRI, she was told to carefully go ahead, play. Actually, we went on and seen the shoulder specialist, and he let us know what was wrong. And that was that this ball and socket joint, the socket, she was most likely born with, let's call them shoulder bags, because that's what the doctor called them. You have a ball and a socket joint, okay? Normally it's like this, so this can move and it won't come out. She was born with extra large shoulder bags. So it was very easy for that thing to come out because it was too large. So the bank heart surgery is he was going to go in and tighten up using some super duper powerful anchors, which are like plastic that should kind of last forever. Anchors, sutures, all this to tighten and hold and let it all grow back together and hopefully never have a problem again, because each and every time that thing was coming out of place over the years and being put back, it was scraping, it was damaging, it was going to be arthritis in the future. This wasn't just for her to play basketball. This is, put that aside. It was her health and her longevity and, all this. So he's like, that's what we're going to do. So she had 3 more games before summer league was going to be done. And this university coach was coming to watch her. So the shoulder doctor was like, I'm not telling you what to do or whatever, but be super careful, be super smart, because she was, in minimal pain. It was just uncomfortable. We had planned a surgery for the very next week because she needs 3 months, absolutely no contact, intense physical therapy, And that's just to get her where she can go back on the court. That's not even going to be like 100%, right? That takes 6 to 9 months. So anyway, he's like, just be super careful, you know, enjoy your last 3 games, be prepared next week's surgery. Well, that was like on a Thursday. The next day on Friday night, she was, you know, hour or so out of town away, her and her dad there. I was working. Y'all might remember I was in a live cell. She calls and is headed to the emergency room because her ankle just gave out. And she had, so there they put her on crutches and just an air cast. Totally needs to be no weight bearing. So she had about 5 days to rest that ankle, badly sprained ankle, bruised, the whole 9 yards. About 5 days before her shoulder surgery. And she wasn't going to be able to use crutches after that, right? So the day before her shoulder, we go 30, 40 minutes down to her doctor, go in, get a walking boot for the bad ankle, okay? She has the surgery the next day. We were not prepared. I was not prepared. I thought I was going to be off work a couple days, come back to work. How hands-on, how thoroughly intensive of care she would need at home here. I mean, I have to help her to the bathroom. I have to wipe because she has one arm and reaching behind she cannot do because it pulls on this. She has been so guarded and protective. It took a lot for her. It took like 2 days for her to really begin to trust me with what I was doing. Thank God I have, you know, healthcare experience from the earlier years of my life. Thank God. But I had never taken care of a shoulder surgery, and it's rough. And my heart goes out to anybody if you've had one or you gotta have one. I could give so many details, but I'm trying to make this not too long because I want to get to what happened this morning, y'all. So anyway, you know, I shared a story in my live stream yesterday that happened where it was just like God sent us laughter in the midst of her worst night of pain because there was nothing we could do, nothing, rearranging, moving pillows, ice, we doing it all. And he sent laughter. And we got so tickled laughing at little Zoe, my chihuahua, our chihuahua. And I was like, God just sent us laughter because it's the best medicine. Anyway, I know I skipped on that story, but I'm just trying to get finished because I don't even feel like talking right now. But I wanted to update. I didn't release a video last week, understandably. My schedule's out of whack. I should have be invoicing this morning, but rather something else occurred. So, okay, so we get past those first 3 days, which you've probably heard can be the worst. The first 3 days, okay? Sleepless nights. You know, I'm sleeping on the couch next to her in the recliner. We had just made it to the bed. Like, I got to sleep in my bed last night. And I had moved the recliner into my bedroom at the foot of my bed, and that's where she wanted to sleep. So progress was being made. It was still painful, but the pain medicine had went from every 4 hours to every 6 hours. Progress being made. So we knew today was a shower day. Now I'm going to get to today, and then I'm going to turn it off. And fever, blister, stress. So it's about 10:30 this morning. She's due for her next pain pill at 11 a.m. I was like, honey, do you want to go ahead and get your shower out of the way with this pain pill? You know, so it'll be kicked in and helping through this. Or do you want to wait 6 hours and we'll do your shower next pain pill time? Because either way, you need to take the pain pill around the time you're going to do the shower because it's not easy. You know, you've got to get the shirt off. You've got to get the big cushioned sling off. You know, all this stuff. She's got 2 sutures right here, stitches. She's like, I want to get it over with because some of her friends was going to come by today. Some company's been coming. She's been getting flowers. She's been getting books to read, food. I mean, we've been so blessed. Thank you if you've been a part of that. Or just y'all saying prayers and prayers coming. We're so thankful. So she's like, yeah, I want to get it done with. So here's where I could blame myself, and I do feel bad, but I'm trying to let go of it. I was traumatized this morning. So I get her on up. We get in there, she brushes her teeth, and I'm arranging, it's a big deal to get her into the shower. And what I do is I'll take my top off, leave my bra on, my shorts, get down there and with her, wash her. It'd have to slow process her hair. Thank God I have the nozzle. We had done that. Took about a good 45 minutes. We were almost done. She's really feeling the pain now because we're right at time for the pain pill. So I have got her out of the shower, drying her, getting her walking boot back on, got her sling back on right, stood her up to start to walk right to the kitchen to take her pain pill, get her some water, get her some food, everything. And she goes, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I was like, oh God, honey, really? She's like, yeah. And I'm still kind of hooking the waist Velcro around her sling. And she said, I think I'm gonna throw up. And I was gonna get the trash can. Before I could even grab the trash can, she said, I feel dizzy. And y'all, she's facing me somehow. I still had hold of her. She is passing out. All I saw were the pupils of her eyes were as big as the brown part of my eyes right here. And she went out and kind of fell on me. How I got her to the ground without, my first inclination, I was behind her or in front of her, I don't know, was to grab her underneath both armpits to lower her down. I knew something. All within a second, I'm like, I can't touch that. Oh my God. Somehow I lower her to the ground and she's laying flat on the kitchen floor. First of all, you can't just lay flat. She should have had something under this shoulder, so it's already all the way back. She's passed out. I am shaking, y'all. I'm going crazy. I run, think, where's my phone, call 911. And I'm going, Morgan. I'm seeing she's passed out. I grab the phone, 911, tell them, get her quick, you know, all this. I know I'm getting back into the moment of it. And then I'm like, she's breathing. Now she's laying there. We had gotten her shirt on under her sling, but no panties, no nothing on, laying there, stark naked, laying there, and just her walking boot on, and one crock on the other foot. And she starts shaking, you know, and I've seen my dad passed out once before with me like that, and he started having a little seizure. So I'm just like, I tell the operator woman, as long as she's got my address, I said, I need to get off the phone with you. I need to call her dad. Her dad lives like 30 seconds away. And she's like, well, being on the phone with me is not going to slow down the response time. The EMS is on the way. Okay, that's great, but I need to call her daddy. I need somebody here to help me. Because I'm like, do I put a pillow under her head? What do I do? She's out. You know, I can see she is breathing because I look. Here comes, I get her daddy. I'm just starting to break down at this point. Here comes her daddy, and at the same time, here comes like 3 volunteer EMS, 2 EMS. And if y'all remember back last year in November or December, I had this porch fire. It was exactly like that. My trauma, my breakdown, my hyperventilating, and the same EMS girl responded. And she is an angel. And I'm going to make a good report on this woman. She's a young girl. Her name's Elizabeth, and she's great. Anyway, they come, I'm like, okay, let me tell you, here's what happened, told them everything. She's nauseous, she's dizzy. I said, I don't know if I've hurt her shoulder. And they're kind of, you know, they want to get her to sit up once she's awake. She's awake. But I said, you can't touch her shoulder, you know, you can't grab that and pull her up. So I said, grab her good hand to pull her, and she's got to use her good foot to push. I'm down under, there's 2 of them doing that. I'm down under pushing on her little butt. Oh yeah, before they get there, she had come back to the wherewithal to say, cover me with the blanket. Because I got her panties on her. I was like, we're going to get your panties on. I just felt like I could. We're at that point. I'm still freaking out, but she is breathing. She's awake. She's kind of coming back to it. I got the panties on. I covered her with her blanket. Here they are. I'm telling them. They're checking vitals, putting the pads on, everything, y'all. I hurt my back. My back is killing me. And either way, they were probably there almost an hour. All her vitals, they're perfect. Her resting heart rate, perfect. She's so healthy and great. 17 years old, perfect. And, you know, I'm just like, we come to the point where all her vitals were good. She was very much with it. We'd gotten her in chair. She was drinking some fluids. She really needed that pain pill, but before I give it to her, she was going to have to eat something. So I think a combination, here's what we think, that perfect storm. Combination of that warm to hot shower. She had not eaten. She hadn't really done nothing but took a sip of water that morning before we started. All the shower, her blood all going down to her legs, where she was in that sitting position for so long in the shower, 30, 40 minutes, standing up maybe too quick, you know, and I felt so guilty like I had done wrong. But anyway, all that was a perfect storm to cause that pass out. So being all vitals were good, everything, I said, well, okay, with the EMS, I'm like, so I think we're going to keep her here and let her eat, take the pain pill, put the ice on her shoulder, call her ortho surgeon, let them know what happened, and go from there. And of course, if anything, you know, we could call them right back or whatever. But we had got to a comfortable place. I had calmed down. And, you know, anyway, Morgan was just like, she couldn't believe it. You know, we just started discussing a little bit. Anyway, her daddy went and got her some, like a chicken something Philly cheesesteak or hoagie or something, I don't know. Some cheese bites. That's what she wanted. Gatorade, water. She drank a whole bottle of water before. I got her ice therapy on. She's so comfortable. I got her hair brushed out because that was soaking wet and all over her head. I ain't brushed it. She's laying there. She's got all the pillows. She's got heat because she's cold. She's got Zoe on her feet. Anything and everything I could do, she's like that. She's right there. And I'm going to turn this off, go check on her again. I just came out here so I could talk about it. That happened, y'all. So traumatic. This has been like one hell of a journey, I'm just going to say. And like I said, I didn't realize it was so hands-on, walking her to the bathroom, everything she needs. You know, I have her this little bitty tiny cup from when she's 5 or 6 years old because it's lightweight. It's got a straw and a little mouse on the top. It came from Chuck E. Cheese. We won it there. Because her big Stanley cup with water and ice in it's too heavy on this good arm. It's like a weight. It pulls over here. It's just so much, y'all. So the prayer is, so we're going to go see how today goes. They're refilling her pain medication. She's supposed to start therapy, go for her post-op follow-up next week on Monday. We may move it to Wednesday according to how this day progresses after her nap, see how she's feeling. Because like the EMS said, and even Morgan thought, if something had been further damaged, ripped, torn, she would be screaming in excruciating pain. You know, yeah, she was feeling it because her shoulder got into positions that hadn't been, and some jerking, and you know, but we think no major damage was done. But so we'll figure out if we need to go in Wednesday or keep the Monday, whatever. That's where I'm at, y'all. It's just been, like I said, a hell of a ride. That's the only way I can describe it. Please keep praying for her and me. I'm gonna not feel like this is my fault and I did wrong, because now looking back, hindsight's 20/20, right? I should have thought to make sure she ate before we started that. That's a big job on your body when you're going through this. So anyway, y'all, you can see I was still in my little kind of pajamas soaking wet. I've dried in this. And it's been, God, this happened at least 2 hours ago now. She's sleeping. I am just trying to sit and rest, drinking cold coffee, get my head together. I haven't told anybody about this. I just said I'm going to talk about it one time, record it, send it, put it out there. If my family wants to watch it, anybody wants to know what we just went through, here's what it is. But I couldn't say it but one time. I just don't have the energy, the strength, nothing. And I'm having to take care of me, so I keep taking care of her. But like I said, I thought we were like on day 4 and we were making progress. So I hope this isn't a setback. I hope nothing was damaged to the point where it's going to affect her recovery or this, that, and the other. So I just appreciate your prayers. I just want to let you know what's been going on here in my world for the past few days. I am behind on my shipping. I haven't even got to get a payday because it had no sales last week. I did 2 sales this weekend. Thank y'all so much if you came and shopped with me or a new customer joined. You know, I'm not my normal self right now, but I am trying. And I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. So I've got to get upstairs and send my few little invoices out to get paid. And then I've got to get it together and have a couple more sales at least this week, y'all. I need to have more. But anyway, that's just where we're at. Thank you for listening. Please give the video a thumbs up. Just you know, thank you for your prayers and support. Morgan is so thankful for y'all's sweet words, prayers, even gifts that have come. I love y'all. I just want to give an update, and to my family, I love y'all. This too shall pass, right? Bless her little heart. And mine too. I'll talk to y'all soon.